is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Hump day. The rain has somewhat died off a little bit.
I'm tired of this rain.
Still dreary, but we're not dreary in this studio because the Cowboys won on Sunday.
You got your cookie.
I did get a cookie today.
You're ready to roll.
Cheating on this hump day. How you feeling, Kurt?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
It's hump day. Feeling good.
Are you out on Friday?
I am.
Okay. We're not doing player interviews today. We're doing them Thursday. So we'll have one Friday and probably one early next week. We had to move our schedule around.
Awesome.
How you doing, Kurt? I just almost called you Kurt and looked right at you. Nate?
Oh, man, just ready. I'm ready to roll into this, man. I got so many, Doug, I was going to call him Kurt. Doug, please hold back on the calls because we're going to do a lot of little bumping and grinding today. So, because I have some questions. And
There you go.
And I'm quite sure Shannon has his. First of all,
Yeah.
First of all,
right off the bat.
great job last night.
Oh, thanks,
I wish
man.
you could have been
It's fun.
there. He did a
listened
great
in.
job
It
at
was good.
Concrete Cowboy.
You both did a good
Yeah.
job.
Fun
So,
show.
yeah.
It's nice to see Hanging with the Boys carrying
And so
that.
we're the
Represented.
two constants.
Yep.
Right.
Everybody else rotates.
Yeah, everybody else rotating. Wow, but that last night, I didn't think we could duplicate what we did the week before.
Yeah.
We did.
You were worried about last
Yeah, I was
night's
worried
show.
about the mix. The mix of Mick, Hellman, and Nick. Hellman kind of laid back, but Nick and Mick kind of like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of all. You know what I'm
water,
saying?
yeah.
Not that they was gonna bump heads, but it's like, we trying to be happy hour.
Right. We don't want to be intense football hour.
Yeah,
That's a different show.
Yes, but
it was
anyway,
fun.
I'm through with that.
I'm just
Go
there.
ahead.
I'm just there for the free food every week.
Of course.
You are guaranteed. This is one thing that's guaranteed on Concrete Cowboy Happy Hour. Is we gonna all get our waters, and we all gonna get a big plate of guacamole with sauce and it's pretty, and it from what I understand, it tastes great. Mm-hmm. Did you eat some?
Yep.
Okay, good. So it's
Yep.
pretty good. Now you definitely gonna get that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you have to catch Eagleton before he, put up the expense card because he'd seen it disappear on that expense
He gets
card.
out there early.
Yeah, he gets out there early.
But that's
indeed.
okay. Don't tell him I opened it back up after he left.
I hear you, brother.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm through. Go
All
ahead.
right, you
I'm
done?
sorry. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we got a game this weekend. Another one.
It's
Game 7.
funny how that happens.
Game 7 in Washington, D.C. against
On the road again.
who do y'all think's the biggest rival in the division now? I kind of feel like it's Philly now. It used to be the Redskins when you were there, right?
Yes.
That was like huge rivalry,
You
right?
know what? To be honest with you, once we started winning, because when we were losing, it was everybody because we were so bad. But once we started winning, we were fortunate that I think even one year we had all three teams in the playoffs. So it was not a letdown.
Yeah.
It
So everybody was a
for
rival.
like 3
huh?
years straight. It was like, you just went on a 3-week high sometime because you had back to back to back. You had back to back and then go to play a AFC team and then back to your division. And it was fun. It was fun. You never came off that high.
Yeah.
Because if you did, you got crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you hate playing the most in the division? Philly?
I didn't want to go to Philly. I did not want to go to Philly.
How come? Just the fans?
The fans I could deal with because I could talk noise to them. But the players, at one time they had Jerome Brown, Reggie White, Clyde Simmons, Seth Joyner, Byron Evans, two great safeties, Muddy Waters, and I can't think of the other kid. And then on the right side, the two tackles was Mike Golick and Pitts. He was the number 1 pick from Atlanta that they gave up on, and they brought him in. And man, we was like, and they wasn't giving up maybe 12 points a game. And talking about sacks, they was sack master jam. And it's like you woke up like this ain't gonna be a good day. And we got to go to Philly.
And that team kind of embodied the fans too, right? They were just nasty.
They had a court at the bottom in the basement of their
jail down there.
Yeah. And I had a cousin. He's no longer with us. We called him Nod, and he would always want to come to the Philly game. I said, Nod, how many tickets you need? I need 5. I said, Nod, do not go up there with that cowboy stuff on. Do not go up there. Man, he would put on every blue piece of.
He'd do it.
And him and his buddies would go, man, they'd be ready. And I guess the fans figured these dudes came to fight.
Yeah, if they're wearing this in this stadium.
They came to fight. And I'm like, but I guess they sat in the same area with the same people over the years.
So they got to know them.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, I used to be looking. I used to come out after the game, whether we won, I was like, where's my cousin? Where?
You ever wind up in that jail down below?
Or either beat half to death.
Wow. Hey, we got a new feature we're testing out today.
What is that, sir?
If you go to the Cowboys app, you download the Cowboys app, there is a fan pulse feature. If you watch the podcast on the app, and you can vote on different topics that we talk about. Right now, the topic that is up is who's the biggest rival in the division. See? Look at that.
Who do you guys think?
Nice.
I mean, y'all are closer to the players than I am. Who do the players feel the biggest rivalry is? We should have text a couple of you guys, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's ask them that when we sit down with them. That's a good ongoing question.
Yes.
I personally, from a fan perspective, I think it's Philly. I think one, their fans are so over
volatile.
the top, and and they're not nice. They're just not nice people in Philadelphia. And I think that from a fan perspective, they talk more trash, and they have felt more entitled. And up until last year, hadn't really done anything. So you could always say, how many trophies have you? We can't do that anymore.
Right.
But I just feel like the Redskins haven't been that great. The Giants,
even though the league tried to make the Giants a natural rival by
putting us opening the season up every year,
and it didn't work.
No, I just feel like Philly. There's just something there because I know this. I talked to one of the policemen at the stadium, and they arrest more people at the Philly game by like almost triple than they do any other home game that we have at the stadium. So they're just not. And not only are they not nice, I think they're angry and violent. I think they act on their not niceness.
Illegal.
Huh?
They're doing something illegal.
Well, to wind up in jail.
Yeah.
And I actually had a friend of mine that female that went to a game a couple of years ago, and she wore Cowboys gear. She got her hair pulled from behind in the stands. She got pushed.
At Philly?
Yeah.
Dang.
And she was just rolling with it. She was like, I'm not going to fight anybody. She was kind of laughing about it, but she's a nice lady, and they were not nice to her.
I'm going to tell you something, man. They don't play.
Yeah. Who do you think, Kurt?
I think it's Philly, yeah. And in part, they've been the better team in the division here lately, so I think that adds to it as well. So,
what about you, Douglas?
Yeah. I think anytime somebody in your division just won the Super Bowl, they better be your biggest rival.
Yeah.
They're the ones you got to beat.
Well, let's get into the ones you got to beat this week. Let's get a little bit into this Washington game and talk about this Cowboys offense and this Giants. I mean, this Redskins. I'm having a hard time with words, names and words today. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, Washington. And on paper, again, it seems like every week on paper you start looking at it and you're like, how are they going to win this game? This looks like another defensive game. Kurt, you pulled some stats. Washington is 5th in yards allowed with 326.2 a game and 8th in points allowed at 20.8. Are they that good? Who they played? Do you have their schedule pulled up over there?
I know they played Carolina last week and won a nail biter.
They beat Carolina. They got
blew out by New Orleans. New Orleans smoked them.
Yeah, they beat they beat Green Bay at home, I believe, and then they lost to Indianapolis. How'd that happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they beat Arizona pretty good in their opener.
So they kind of sound like us.
Yeah,
up and down.
Yeah,
they haven't had back-to-back wins yet, and so But I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going straight to the heart of it. The matchup is simply this right here. Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen versus our centers, our center and two guards.
Yeah.
That's the ticket, bro.
Ionitis, what do you pronounce that?
Ionitis.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, they don't have a lot of sacks, but they only give up 90.2 yards in rushing a game. They get after you, bro, versus that run. I think my man Ryan Kerrigan had his first sack last week, but he's a workhorse.
Yeah, he's been around a few years, hasn't he?
You know, and I know we're supposed to be talking about, but whoever runs this ball the best, I think will win this game.
Controls the clock.
Oh, controls the clock. I mean, because their defense, they feel good about their defense, and we feel good about our defense. Last week, we will be in any game, and I'm talking about it won't be ugly either. We'll be in any game if we can run anywhere of 35 plays or more in a half. If we can be 45 or 50% in the first half on third downs, we will be in every game, I think, because our defense won't have played but maybe 19 to 22 snaps. And that ain't nothing for our defense. And the rotation we have at our defensive line, that would be nothing. And so, with the possibility of Sean Lee coming back fresh, if our offense can maintain just the plays, you know, I don't know what you would score. You know, can you score 7-7-7, you know, like you did last week once you started scoring? I'm talking about holding on to that ball, keeping our defense fresh, control it. We have to control the line of scrimmage. These two boys from Bama can take over a game. They got 4 sacks between them.
Here's a couple more Kurt stats. I'm taking over Kurt's job. He's feeding me stats, and I'm just reading them off a piece of paper.
Right.
So, going what you said, Washington's dominated time of possession this year, 33
I hate that.
minutes and 32 seconds to 27-28. And then they've also not allowed a 100-yard rusher yet and are 8th in rushing yards at 90.2. They faced David Johnson, Alvin Kamara, and Christian McCaffrey so far.
Yeah. Last week, Carolina's 4th in the league in rushing and 139.4 yards a game, and they held them to, what was it, 81?
Yeah,
they haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher. I think you might have said they hadn't allowed a 100 rusher yet.
Do you come out and just try to establish the run and say, this is what we're going to do? Or do you come out that you think maybe loosening them up and running some RPOs?
You be strategic in how you do it. What runs have been successful against them? You look at those and see, does that fit into your game plan? You know, they have a nice corner, and your boy talk a lot. Number 24.
Oh, Norman?
Norman, yeah. So, but you can attack them. It's going, and I hate to say this, it's going to be all about communication. When you go on the road, you got to actually know who to block and who to attack, and you got to take advantage of it. You got to go in there knowing and be supremely confident that I know my job and I know what to do, because you can make plays on them. What was the score in the New Orleans game?
Let me look here. They blew them out pretty good.
30, what was it, 30-something to?
Yeah, give me a minute to get to that page.
Well, anyway, New Orleans, and I'm not saying we had a high-powered offense that New Orleans has. But
43-19.
43.
But we can score. I know we can score 24 points. You know, all we got to do is capitalize, you know, and run a large number of plays. The more plays you run, the more chances you have of making a big play. If you can run consistent, good plays, don't have no negative plays, limit the negative plays, and take advantage, because they're going to give you, on every defense in every game, they're going to give you 4 or 5 shots at that end zone. Can you take advantage of where your running back come free and then he tripped? You throw a long one and the quarterback overthrow it or the guy dropped the ball. If you can limit those bad plays like that and take advantage of them and turn them into big plays, that's how you go into somebody's backyard and beat them.
Yeah.
By you being consistent in who you are.
I just hope they stick with the run game because the Carolina, it looks like they started out running and were running pretty good, but then fell behind and completely gave it up.
Yeah.
And so I hope that the Cowboys, whether they get that far behind or not, continue to pound the rock and jam them and rack up the rushing yards and the time of possession.
How important is it on the road to jump out and get a lead? That way you're not playing from behind and you're not forced into
the crowd noise and the
right.
uncomfortable situations. Yeah, man, that's key. That's paramount. If you can either keep it even, or be no more than 3 points down in a hostile environment, this team should be good enough with Zeke. And if they free Dak, let them stay free, they should be good enough to win this game. I'm not discounting their offense. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But with a team like this, go down by 10, and they're good enough to squeak it out like they did against Carolina. Mm-hmm. They're good enough to squeak it out. And that's just how it is because they have a running game too.
Yeah,
that they like a lot. So we have to be good on special teams and let our defense take this game over because I think now our defense, we had 2 turnovers. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kurt. We had 2 turnovers in 2 games. We had a turnover the first 2 games ago, and we had a turnover this game.
And 2 last
game, yeah.
So they're starting to come. And when now these guys are looking for it.
It seems like turnovers, especially with this team, when they come in flurries. Like they won't have a turnover for 8 games, and all of a sudden it'll catch on fire, and then it's
4 or 3 games.
Well, I think there was a stretch a year or 2 ago that they went damn near the whole season without getting a turnover. But you know what I'm saying? It's like
we go 8 games, we ain't got 16 of them. Wow!
And that interception hit Byron Jones right in the
face.
Yeah. If Jeff Heath hadn't been there.
Yes.
Wouldn't have had that one.
Yeah. But it just seems like they come in flurries. So like you said, they start looking for it, right?
Yeah.
They realize they could do it.
What, 2 games ago didn't we have 2? We had 1.
Takeaways, I'm not sure. I have to look. 2 games ago, we had 1. No, we had 2.
I think you had 2 the last 2 games. Yeah.
We get a lot more fumble recoveries than interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, and we just have to be alert and supremely confident. That's what separates the middle of the road teams from the good and great teams. Even the good teams know that, man. They slip up, we got them. It's hard to get an interception against this team because the quarterback Dak is like this quarterback or vice versa. They watch where they throw the ball. They careful about where they throw the ball. But if we can just be precise, get the ball out of our hands, and be precise, and get back to that dinking and dunking. See, this when we were good 2 years ago and even part of the last year, and I hate to say this, but we were a dink and dunk team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we won. Now we ain't even, in the roll loss, we ain't even dinking and dunking. We just we's not connecting. And so get back to dinking and dunking, and then all of a sudden we see Zeke break it open. That's what we got to do.
Is it just a weird twist of fate? I think Zeke's fumbled both times he's played at Washington. I guess there couldn't be really any kind of...
the numbers sometimes some teams just like, they look at that, we got him last year, and they work at it. They're like, we can get him. He's a fumbler. He's not a fumbler, but some teams just, they're going to go their last leg to make sure they keep their thing going, It's a little mojo for them,
Well, speaking of mojo, let's take a break and gather ours up for a mojo-filled second segment. How's that sound?
So you going to cut your hair?
Yeah, at least one more time. keep it going. Kurt, what,
it's getting chilly now. I wouldn't. You know.
I'm not worried about chili. I didn't do this for comfort or to look good. I mean, I did it to look ridiculous with you.
Well, I ain't do mine for comfort. I ain't never had to worry about looking good. So
yeah. So you got what? Treatment
Friday,
and then you have 2 more.
If all goes well, yeah.
2 more, and then you'll be done.
Let's hope so.
So I only got to keep doing this for about 6-8 more weeks.
Well, you can stop whenever you feel ready.
I will. I'll stop whenever I'm ready.
All right.
So you don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me.
No, that's for sure.
You're not my girlfriend, unless you want to be.
No, you ain't had too many girlfriends, bro. You ain't had too many.
All right, let's take a quick break.
We got to ask you about it since you say you got a girlfriend. Now we got to find out who she is.
No, I don't have.
Oh yeah, you just stepped into Nate's wheelhouse.
I know, right? Video games and girlfriends. He's all in. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back on Hanging with the Boys.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with sideline access and photo ops with current players, alumni, and cheerleaders. That's not all, though. You'll get to talk X's and O's with Senior Director of Player Personnel Will McClay, and of course with yours truly, me, Brian Broaddus. You can trust the official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and with us, you'll travel like a pro. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
While a player can look good on paper, it's when he's out on the field that you really find out what he's made of. That's why the Cowboys rely on more than stats and scouting reports when building their team. When picking a tractor, it's why you should rely on more than specs and features as well. You got to take it out and put it to the test. The Cowboys did when they named John Deere their official tractor. To experience one for yourself, visit your local Texas John Deere dealer or go to myjohndeeredealer.com/football.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Back, hanging with the boys.
I got one here.
Oh, you
sir.
got one?
Yes.
All right.
Picking number 1 in the draft is a good thing, but picking your wedgies is a bad thing. So never pick again. Reach for Tommy John instead, the innovative men's underwear that has a no wedgie guarantee. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 20% off your first order. It's TommyJohn.com/Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Let's go to the phones. Greg, we weren't able to get to you yesterday. Thanks for calling back. How are you?
Hey, guys. Hey, I was wondering, do you think they're going to give Noah Brown a decent shot at coming back? And also...
Oh, I got you. Hold on, sir. You can ask your question. By my latest report, and my inside reporter named Kurt Daniels said that he will be back and blocking better than ever.
I know. No. God, taking that totally out of context.
Well, what did you say, Kurt?
That type of receiver, you know? Do you want a burner like Bryce Butler out there, or do you need more of a possession guy who can maybe a little more rounded and can block when he needs to block? God.
What's your next question, sir?
Hey, Nate,
Yes,
back in the day when Dion was playing for the Reds and the Cowboys, did you guys realize how special that was at the time, and do you think we'll see something like that again?
What?
You cut out a little bit.
Yeah.
Who did you say?
When Dion was playing with the Reds and the Cowboys.
No, only when he played with us. How special that was. We didn't care when he played with the Redskins. You know, when he played for us.
When he played baseball with the Reds.
When he was doing both sports.
Oh, yeah, sir. I talk to him about that all the time. I say, Deion, man, I say, you know, you and Bo Jackson and maybe one or two other guys, how special that was. And the first thing he go to talk about how hard it was to play baseball, how you have to concentrate, how you have to be so much better mentally, you know, because football just came natural to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he watched a little film, he back in. But when it was baseball, man, trying to hit that ball, trying to do the little nuances of what the game requires you to do, he said that was work.
Yeah, that was a great time back then. I was hoping sometime you guys would get the Moose on there as a special guest.
Who?
The Moose Johnson.
Oh, yeah. I'll ask him since you brought it up because me and him do a show. But Moose, let me tell you what Moose is doing. Moose is, he works for Fox as maybe the third guy, him and his guys. And then he just got back from London. He did that game. And Moose is a general manager for one of the it's a new league that's out, and he's a general manager for the San Antonio deal.
The football?
Yes, and so he's between Fox, doing shows for us, and being a general manager, and his kid is in school, I think, up in New York, and just doing all that. He's busy. He leaves our show a lot of times and go and flies right either down to San Antonio or shoots out straight to the Fox show. So he's busy.
Also, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, sir.
Also, I really appreciate you Sunday after the post-game show there, and that used to be Scout.
Broadus?
He, how he picked us to lose, and my boy Nate, he said, I always pick the Cowboys.
That's right.
That's right.
Forever, man.
Right.
Appreciate the call, Greg.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
I'm going to tell you something, man. And, you know, y'all hear me say this a lot on the show, you know. I just thank God, man, for my situation and all of my ex-teammates, man.
Yeah.
One thing I love about my teammates, man, we could disagree on stuff, man. You know, no matter what it is, and we you know, boom, we still can be together, man. And that football, when you with the right group of guys, we even when we was older, like that last Super Bowl against the Steelers, man, we all knew collectively, like, this may be it, fellas. we won that one because we were a more experienced together unit. Mm-hmm. And when Larry, you know, when I think it was with the Steelers was our last one, and it's like, wow.
Who do you? We know you still hang out with Deion. Do you keep in touch with any of the other guys?
Well, I got to call Tolbert back. He called me a week or two ago, so my mind ain't as good as it used to be. But
who's that?
Tony Tolbert.
Oh, Tolbert. You
know, we supposed to get with Charles, but we ain't seen him walking around out here barefooted lately. So
he came by the office the other day.
Did he?
Yeah,
when he come by the office, you and him got to do a deal. It don't matter who interview him, you just got to get it done because he knows Shannon pretty good. I think
we'll just grab him, bring him down to the studio.
Yeah, we got.
No, we need you in it because that's going to be what's great is y'all talking about old stories.
And Deion and Mike called me the other day cussing me out because he didn't want to get rid of Dez. You know, and so he wanted me to hook him up with the radio guys. I'm like, I ain't finna let you just call in so you can go to cussing. Where he you know, this dude are playing the cuss, right? And he said, oh, forgive me, I'm sorry. I know I'm on radio and I ain't supposed to cuss. 2 minutes later, cuss again.
So this is internet, so we're fine.
No, I'm talking about he be on
real
live
radio.
Yeah, where it be bleep, bleep.
Dump button. Yeah. What do you think about Cam ran 9 times for 43 yards last week? Does Dak have to run in this game for them to be successful?
No, he just has to do timely scrambling. If they force him to run,
no negative plays.
Yeah, just run. Yeah.
Don't you think they have to design some plays for him to run?
Out of the 11 runs that he ran last week, only 4 of them was designed. So that means 7 was just scrambles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they've gone some games where they haven't done that many. 4.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kurt. I'm with you. But see, this is the beauty of this thing is when you are that guy, and let's say it's early in the game, and it's 0-0, take off and run. Now, if it's late in the game, you up or down by 3 or 7 points, 3 or 7 points. Now, you might have to stand there because you may have to get that thing 20, 30 yards down the field and make it happen. So you got to stand there, and do what you do and move around just enough to get it downfield, because if you take off running, you ain't going with 5 or 10. And we need chunks. That is the difference. And knowing, and I'll go to Aaron Rodgers. I need 5 here. Next, boom, boom. Then all of a sudden I need 20. And you see him just move around just enough. Boom. Mm-hmm. And that's what he's got to learn. Early in the game, you'll see Aaron Rodgers take off. He'll fake and then he just take off and run.
Yeah.
Slide, get that first down. Now the defensive lineman mad. Oh, this dude running out. Can't get a hold of him. It's a game within a game. And that, I asked Moose this morning and Rick Gosling. I said, man, what is wrong with this kid? Does he not realize that he is the man? Once you realize the man, you can look at the game differently. The coach said, hey, man, we don't need you running. All right, okay.
And then Sunday comes around and you run.
Sunday comes around, you get that read, it ain't there, just take off. Get the first down slide. Hey, coach, what's the next play? They ain't going to be sitting there saying, did not tell you not to run. They're going to be like, okay, first down, let's go.
Yeah.
You have to. He has to be aware of what's going on too, and not to compare, but Tony was at his best, when he had a run game, and when he's like, okay, wow, I got this option in the backfield, or I can, I got these options on the outside, okay, boom, boom, oh, all right. First down, now I got these. Now he's looking at it again. Boy, I got this man in the backfield. I got all these options because I took off and ran just for 5 yards. Yeah. Now we can carry this thing a little bit further.
And his best plays were always the ones that he extended the play.
Yes.
The play broke down, and he had guys coming back to him, cutting across front of him. So do you think Dak can mentally realize, okay, when I run, things happen? Let that be top of mind.
Do we have his phone?
No, we can go.
Because if you got, hey Doug, do you got his number? You got everybody's else for their ringtone.
I only have Zeke.
Okay.
You know what he would do? He would call Dak and we'd pick it up. It'd be Joe Looney.
So what we need to do is call and just tweet, hey man. The question you just asked, hey man, we wonder, is it in your mind that when you realize that you run, that things happen better for this team? Because I really would like to ask him that question because he seems to don't know it. I'm telling you. Now this question, and I'm repeating it, you think I'm trying to be funny? No, I'm not. I'm like, don't him and the coaches just say, wow, if Nate and Shannon can sit there and think about it, and they only got a half a degree between them. Don't you think?
Well, last thing, if you don't know if you're going to sign him long term, why get his best football out of him anyway.
So that can help you decide whether you sign him long term.
Exactly.
It just, man, it's something as simple as you just said, my friend. It got to register.
Well, they said after the game, both him and Zeke said that his Dak's running opened things up for both Zeke's running game and for the passing game. So they have to, even I think the coaches have to call plays for him to run.
A lot of people don't know that.
Thanks, Jay.
Hey, but we in here know it, Jay. Most quarterbacks, and I'm talking about the top 10 quarterbacks, they make you defend the whole field. Pat Mahomes got 4 weapons, and you have to defend the whole field. You cannot double. Hunt, Kelsey, Tariq, Samuel. Who you going to double? So he has the ability. So when you see him run outside the pocket, you still got to scramble to your man. It ain't like we're going to scramble to a certain area because he's limited in what he can do. They see Zeke, they're going to scramble to a certain area and get close to a man because they feel he's limited. Mm-hmm. Well, take it and put it in the pocket. That's where he's limited at. But once he get going, scrambles outside the pocket, and he get going and make a few passes, or he run the ball. Now that's the only way he's been known to spread out. This is what's amazing. He rushed for 900. He had 9 100-yard games in college. He scored each year, 3 years in a row, 10 touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns a year in college. You just can't take him and say, hey, man, all that you did in college.
Forget what you were good at.
Yeah. And so, can you say that exactly how you just said it? Because you made me light up when you said, do you think he realized that when he does that in a game?
Yeah.
He knows. He's got to know.
He's got to know. Like, I mean, I get that you go out there and you can only take what a defense gives you.
Right.
But there have to be times where you're trying to make too much happen in your brain and with your arm, and you need to react. And, you know, if he's run that much in college, at some point it's got to be like, okay, I can throw this ball 4 yards back to the other side of the field, and he's going to get tackled as soon as he hits the ground, or I can run this for 8 right now and slide. Like, at some point, I think he's got to figure out, like what you said, even though this isn't the game plan and they've beat it in me all week, if this is what's happening, don't run the ball, wait for the pass, wait for the route to open up. At some point, he's just got to be like, I hear you, but this is what I need. This is what I need to do for us to win.
The game gonna dictate it, man. The game, and that is what the great, and I'm wrong for what I'm doing because I'm selling that wrong type of hope. But the great quarterbacks, and even some of these young ones, they got it. They got it. When number 1 ain't there, number 2 ain't there, and most teams don't have 3, 4 options.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at
some teams don't have 2.
So when we look at the Saints, erase them. They got 4 options easily. You can't look at Kansas City. They got 5 options. Can't look at them. You can't
look at New England.
Leave them folks alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Scheme. What I think this, and you'll hear me say it 100 times. When you don't have the talent of these teams, yes, you do have to scheme a little bit better. The Cowboys do have to scheme a little bit better because if they can't take away Beasley, that means we're ahead of the curve. That means we are getting Beasley. We're helping them get open because it's too easy to bracket a slot. Now, it ain't easy to stick one-on-one. It ain't easy to get them one-on-one, but it's easy to bracket them.
Yeah. I see that 89% of our fans say, does Dak have to run in this game for the Cowboys to win? Yes.
See, 89%. even the fans can see it. 89% of them. That means there's probably 3 that are like, no, he can throw us to a victory.
I don't know. That front 7 that Washington's built up, though, they're going to be scary to run against. A lot of top draft choices in that.
Fine, run bootlegs. Get him outside. Don't run him up the middle. All right, let's take a quick break. Chris, hang in there. We'll be right back after we pay some bills on Hanging with the Boys.
You're like me and you love... I mean, if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for a little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
It's time for tailgating with the OtterBox boys.
OtterBox? The overprotected phone case company?
Yep, and they've got an essential tool for your next tailgate party. The bear-resistant venture cooler.
Now wait. In all my tailgating days, I've never seen bears tackling brats on the blacktop.
And you never will, because a venture cooler with a locking kit is basically bear repellent.
Can't wait to try it out at my next tailgate.
That's been Tailgating with the OtterBox boys. Visit OtterBox.com to learn more about their certified bear-resistant venture coolers.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code Dallas at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Back. And my sheet disappeared. I don't know
Did
where
you
it
have a
went.
sheet?
So what you going with the Go-Go Girls?
Under
The
that
Dallas
one?
Cowboys Go-Go
The
Girls?
sheet keeps disappearing. I don't know. Someone's eating it or something. Anyway, come out to the Star and check it out. It's cool.
Yeah, a lot of
There.
cool restaurants.
There we go. Let's go to the phones. Chris, Virginia, man. How's it going?
How you guys doing? What's up, Shannon?
What's
Big
up?
Nate?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, man, I made my first trip out there to Fort Worth during the draft, and I had myself a blast.
Did you? It's a
I did.
pretty
I went
cool
to the
place,
bar right-
man.
It is beautiful. You guys, I'm so jealous y'all get to work there.
I'm going to tell you a little story, man. We had a guy named Mike DeRocco from this team, came from Jacksonville. And so he was talking, we was interviewing him because he was telling us about, he was our inside guy behind enemy's line is what we call it on the show that I do. And so he said, man, this is my first time, last time it was 8 years ago, and this is my first time being here, man. And I'm looking at the stadium, man. I'm in awe. I said, yeah, and I've been to Jacksonville, and I definitely can't get in awe about that ugly. And he said, yeah, but we do have 2 pools, really? A pool to get in with his come on, man. But anyway, it is beautiful here, bro. It is beautiful. Did you really enjoy it? Did you take advantage of the scenery?
Yeah, I did the Star Tour, and I went through when you guys were drafting. I saw Baradas and Dave when y'all were doing the 5th-round draft pick. I went through the whole place. It's so beautiful there.
Oh, cool,
I'm so
man.
jealous.
Yeah. So there you go. Proof from a fan that it is really cool. So come tour it.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I'm going to be at the game this Sunday. Very excited. I haven't been to a game since 2015 and watched Matt Castle play in FedEx.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
Wow.
But we won.
Was it raining that game?
It was just cold, I think. It's
Just
pretty
cold.
chilly here right now. It's like 55 degrees and the wind is blowing.
Yeah, because it was a cold day when he won again.
That's right. What's the weather?
That's when Deshaun fumbled.
Oh, yeah. What's the weather supposed to be like Sunday? Sunday. How should I pack?
You're going to need a windbreaker. I would guarantee that.
Is it dry?
Yes.
Okay, good. I can deal with that. What's your
I was
question,
actually
man?
going to see if I got my Star magazine. I was going to see which one of you guys were going to be at the field. Maybe I can get an autograph. You and Dave, Baradas.
Yeah, we'll all be there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's talking about in D.C.?
Yeah. Come on down. I'll be.
Broadus won't be there. Me and Broadus will be back here.
Yeah, they'll be doing the pregame show, but me and Hellman.
Kurt going to chicken out, so don't worry about seeing
I'll
him.
be working from home. Thank you.
Kurt doesn't travel, but I'll be there. Hellman will be there. Rob, Nick, Derek. Amber,
Make sure you
we'll all
don't
be
leave
there.
Mickey out. He'll be mad.
Mickey will be there. So just
I could go without Mickey,
Oh, poor Mickey.
Poor Mickey.
But my only question is, guys, what do you think? How good do you all think Connor's been playing and Swain?
Good question, man. Thanks for the call,
Swain's
Chris.
been playing
Thanks, guys.
outstanding.
Have a good one. I can't wait to see y'all.
All right, man.
Swain's been playing outstanding. Connor is still learning.
Is he?
And he finna face. See, this is what bothers. His weakness is these guys' strength. They can bull rush. Yeah. And Connor going to have to make sure his hands inside. He going to make sure when he plant his feet not to get too dug in, because if they jerk him, they strong enough and he's not heavy enough yet. Has enough man strength, so when they jerk on him, and try to pull him forward, you don't have that weight in his rear end to sit down with.
Yeah, you got Darren Payne, 6'3", 319. You got the Ioannidis, 6'3", 305.
Yeah,
Jonathan Allen, 6'3", 290.
Yeah, but see, they got that man strength.
Yeah.
you know. And my man will have it after this year, but like Troy said, it ain't going to do you no good this year.
Right. One interesting stat before we go from Kurt. Redskins are +4 for the year in turnovers, takeaways, which is tied for 4th. The Cowboys are 0-3 when they have a turnover and 3-0 when they don't.
Say what? I didn't get that when you lost me.
The Cowboys are 0-3. They haven't won a game when they turn the ball over.
Oh, when we turn it over.
Yes. They are 3-0.
I thought when we turn it over, when we make the other team turn it over.
No. Yeah. So don't put the ball on the ground, boys.
We didn't get Nate's Beasley bracketing.
That's tomorrow.
Breakdown here. That's tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, no. I guess we could do it today. Well, we need to get out of here.
We need to get out of here today because you have a lot to do. Tell the people what you're going to do, and then we're going to get out of here.
I'm just going to go get some players lined up for tomorrow.
Okay, that's great. That's a good thing.
And then I got meetings the rest of the day. So
yeah. He's so important now.
You know, he's a big man.
Cut the show.
Not that important.
Fans calls, man. So I hope you don't do that on Friday when it's Fan Friday. Wow.
Okay. Thanks for showing up, Kurt.
Thank you.
Nate, thanks for bringing it. Douglas, thank you for doing what you do. Kent, thanks for pushing all the buttons. Presley, thanks for helping out. We will be back tomorrow. It'll be our defense and their offense.
Yes.
With the one exception of the Cole Beasley bracketing theory that Nate broke down at lunch for us.
Right.
You guys will appreciate it. So tune in tomorrow. Hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?